and welcome to Green&Blue Walkthrough's playthrough of Homeworld Remastered Collection on Pt1, and here we are, finally, a series I've been alluding to for the past 1 or 2 months. The reason why I wanted to finish off Assassin's Creed Rogue and Unity in the last week. It is Homeworld Remastered. Now, what is Homeworld Remastered Collection? Well, it is Homeworld 1 and 2 Classic, is what they call it, remastered in HD, basically new visuals, new audio. They messed around with Homeworld, the first player CPU battle settings by making it so you can fight against the Homeworld 2's enemies. And basically, yeah, that's about it. Now these are graphical and audio updated games. So these put into the remake category of what 343 did with Halo, with the Halo 1 Anniversary and Halo Domestic Collection. So these are not new games. They're not XCOM Enemy Unknown. They're not completely new games. What they are is they're updated visuals and updated audio. By visuals, I don't just mean textures. I mean new models. I mean new everything. Everything is new. In the visuals department, graphics, lighting, everything like that, and also audio. Everything's been changed and updated, and not just remastered, but actually redone. Like they had to get the woman that recorded the Mothership's voice. They actually had to get her, and then like a couple of years ago, then they recorded her and the rest of the other voice actors, so you get a more experience. That's a good thing. So now that I'm talking about what the Remastered Collection is, oh, and by the way, like I said, you can with the Remastered Collection, you get the Homeworld 1 Remastered, Homeworld 2 Remastered, Homeworld 1 and 2 Classic, which is basically the old games which you can play if you want to play the old games, and a new multiplayer for Homeworld 2. I mean for Homeworld 1. Because I think Homeworld 2 had a multiplayer, but Homeworld 1 did not, and now there's actually a multiplayer beta. I have not got a chance to try that out, but it does seem pretty awesome. So, with that out of the way, what is Homeworld? What was the whole old Homeworld? Well, they are basically the first, or if not an early, and basically the best example of a 3D space RTS. Now, when I say 3D space RTS, you may be wondering what makes it 3D? Well, what makes it 3D is the fact that you can move your ships up and down in space. It's not just a flat thing like this. You can actually move your ships on a vertical. So basically, let's say you had fighters down here, but you had frigates, and you wanted those frigates to attack you want to have frigates attack the corvettes, which are on top of the fighters. Basically, what you do is you tell your frigates to go up and around, and then the fighters underneath while they go catch up to the frigates. And those frigates can just kill the corvettes, and then you still gotta deal with the fighters, but you don't have the corvettes to worry about since you got them. That is what 3D means. And also there's asteroids in the way and other obstacles which you have to get around. Although they're not as polluted as you might think, they're just kind of there to be there, and it's pretty cool. And also in Homeworld, it's a classic RTS. It is not a real-time. It's not a real-time tactics game like, let's say, Companies or Heroes is, or Command & Conquer 4. What it is a true RTS game. You have your Mothership, which produces units. It can produce a research ship, where you can research to get more units. And you can have a little carrier that goes around and carries your other ships. And certain factions have minor ships to actually go around mining. With the main faction uses our Mothership and the carriers to mine. It's actually a really good system, and I like it a lot, and it's really well done. Homeworld was a great game. I feel kind of sad that I never heard of it until, well, okay, maybe I did hear of it once or twice, but I never really put much effort into learning what Homeworld was until I saw the Game Informer article saying Homeworld Remastered Limited Edition is now available for pre-order on Amazon. And what that was is Homeworld Remastered for $99, as well as having a ship, as well as having a mothership model. I didn't get that, but that did pique my interest. So, well, I waited, and I waited, and I waited until just a couple months ago when Homeworld Remastered appeared on Steam for like $19.99 for pre-order. And guess what I did? 2 days later, as soon as they got me some Steam monies, got some monies in my Steam wallet, I went right into the game. I went right and bought the Homeworld Remastered, and I was waiting for February 25th to play it, because Homeworld just seemed awesome. So, well, it happened, and I got it. And now Homeworld Remastered is $34.99 on Steam right now if you want to pick it up. And yeah, it's kind of expensive, but you get 2 games, which I think are either moderately or fairly long. I don't know for sure. We'll find out in this playthrough. And you get the multiplayer. And you get, A, you get the multiplayer, and B, you get the skirmishes, which is what I call player versus CPU, which is what normal people call RTS games, where you play against single AI on the map. And you get the classics if you want to play the classics. So $34 may sound a little steep for what I usually play on my channel, but it is a good price for what you get for Homeworld. Especially since I think Homeworlds were, I think Homeworld 1 and 2, which were normal price releases when they came out anyway. Oh, by the way, Homeworld 1 came out in 1999, which is the campaign we're gonna be playing today, and Homeworld 2 came out in 2003. And yeah, so without further ado, let's do this. By the way, I do have 3 gameplay videos out. Well, 3 gameplay videos with the second and third one being 2-parters. I'll link in the description to the playlist so you can check that out. I recorded those because I want to show off the player versus CPU mode and call it skirmish, so people can see that Homeworld does have a skirmish mode, in case you were wondering. Because I haven't watched many videos, but I don't think anyone has really done anything with the skirmish mode. Everyone basically did the single player game. And a lot of people got the game before it released, and they uploaded a video like 2 or 3 days early. And also the reason why I did those gameplay videos is to see what you guys like, see if you guys would respond well to a series of Homeworld, and you guys apparently do. So let's do it. Single player game. No, and by the way, the remastered Homeworld 1 and Homeworld 2 are available in 4K, just in case you were wondering. So if you have a 4K monitor or 4K TV, it's maybe your first 4K game to try it on. Come on. I don't know what that means. Oh, there. Okay, it looked like it froze. It looked like it froze there for a second. All right, get that out of the way.
"100 years ago, a satellite detected an object under the sands of the Great Desert. An expedition was sent.
Cool.
An ancient starship buried in the sand.
Wow.
Deep inside the ruin was a single stone that would change the course of our history forever. On the stone was etched a galactic map.
Ah, there you go.
And a single word more ancient than the clans themselves. Higara. Our home.
Guess where that is? It's on the outer rim. Guess where Earth is? Or, well, we think Earth could possibly be.
The clans were united, and a massive colony ship was designed. Construction would take 60 years.
Wow. I mean, those asteroids are really small, the ship's really, really big.
It would demand new technologies, new industries, and new sacrifices. greatest of these was made by the scientist Karen Sajet, who had herself permanently integrated into the colony ship as its living core. She is now Fleet Command.
Sacrifice? A noble one.
The promise of the Guide Stone united the entire population. Every mind became focused on the true origin of our people. Every effort on the construction of the ship that would seek it out among the stars.
It looks like Tatooine a little bit, mixed with New Orleans.
Scaffold control standing by.
All stations green.
You're cleared to approach. You got it.
Bays 8, 9, and 10 sealed.
Scaffold decks A, B, C secure. Decks D and E secure. Scaffold secure. All systems green. Release crew standing by. What a beautiful sight.
Release the Mothership. 2 seconds or so.
This is Fleet Command. Reporting Mothership relaunch status. Command online. Resourcing online. Construction online. Cryogenic subsections A through J online. K through S online. Scaffold control, stand by for alignment. Alignment confirmed. Stand by, release control.
Release the Mothership.
All caliper banks released.
The Mothership has cleared the scaffold. We are away.
And to think there's a time where I did not like the Mothership's design. That's so problem through my mind right now.
Stand by for command line testing.
Alright. Frigates up in here.
Command line green. Initial fleet in position.
Oh. Here we go. Sorry if that was a little loud. It was certainly loud for me.
Fleet intelligence going online. Our task is to analyze all sensor data and generate mission objectives.
Alright.
Before the hyperdrive test, several trials must be completed. Test construction by building the primary research ship. Test resource processing by harvesting the asteroids provided nearby.
Hyperspace module charging. 35% capacity and rising. The Mothership will be ready for the hyperdrive test in 10 minutes.
Alright. Oh, that's time, but you know what? This game wants 30 minutes. I'll give it 30 minutes.
Stand by to begin combat trials. First, we will be monitoring formation performance. Target drones have been provided here. Assign a formation to your fighters and destroy the drones.
Alright, now this game has 3 tutorials which are really well done. And they're actually pretty fun to play, so I would suggest doing tutorials before you do anything else in this game. But I did play 2 games of Homeworld 1 Remastered and the game of Homeworld 2 Remastered, so I know what I'm doing more or less, and I did win the 2nd and 3rd game. Again, you can check out these games in the description below in the playlist. But yeah. Or should I make the, I don't know, should I make this 30 minutes long, parts, or should I make these 14-minute long parts? I mean, I don't know. I could do both. I mean, I could do either, but, I don't know. This is a good question. I'd like, yeah, I mean, oh, well, if you insert, I mean, if you hit the insert or home, it moves the camera a bit, and those are my, insert's my recording button, and print, and home is my screenshot button. So yeah. You know what? I'll do the first couple episodes as 14-minute long parts. See what happens. See whether the game likes doing 14-minute long parts or not. Actually, no. I'll make 30-minute long parts. I'll make 30-minute long parts. Fine. Because this game's gonna take a long time. And if I feel the need to shorten up my parts, I will shorten up the parts. Okay, where we're going? Okay.
Ready.
Now I'm gonna do a brief tutorial. Basically, in Homeworld, you have mining. In Homeworld, you have mining, and actually, let's do the camera controls first. Now, you can swing the camera about with the right mouse button like this. You can scroll in back and forth. You can use the edge of the screen to move around the map, as well as the arrow keys. If you try using WASD, you'd be hitting buttons that you don't want to hit yet. So don't hit WASD until don't hit WASD unless. I mean, don't use WASD unless you remap it for scrolling. It doesn't work that way. Alright, so let's get this guy. Oh, by the way, if you want to change your view levels, because you can only zoom in this amount. If you want to change where your camera goes, click on a unit.
Mothership.
Press F. And that changes where your camera is centered on what plane of the map. See, like here is the plane. Yeah, that changes how the camera is centered on that plane. So I can click on you. Hit F. Switch over there. Now this is a miner, as I like to call them, but they're really called resource collectors, and they bring resources from asteroids to the back of the mothership or back of a carrier. If you're playing as these guys, which are the cave people, I forget what they're called, but they're the cave people.
Confirmed.
And since this is a fully 3D game, you can click on stuff to do stuff. Or let me bring these guys out, and let's put these guys onto Control Group 2 by hitting Control and then pressing a number key.
Designated.
And this is one of the few RTSs where, by few I mean this is the only one that I know of, where you can actually have 10 as your control group, and by 10 I mean 0. And now let's go over how to move your ships. Now, how to move your ships is you press the right mouse button once, and then you can move them on a horizontal plane. And then you hit right mouse button again, they do it. Now you may be asking if you can move your camera like this, why? How can you move your camera while also ordering to go? You click and hold down, and you can move the camera like that. It's a very good system. And if you want your ships to move onto a different plane, what you do is you hold down the left mouse button, and then you can move it like this. And then when you let go of the mouse button, you can move it around the horizontal plane. And like that. And then you can go down and up and everything. So let's make it go up a little bit. Let's make them go up a little bit. Now we will confirm with the right mouse button, and there they go.
Locked in.
Local
resources exhausted. Fleet moving on.
I thought I was in the asteroid? Okay, fine. Okay, now let's actually change our camera again. F, there we go. Alright, now let's come on them from above. Oh, by the way, this is how far you can zoom into a unit. It's really neat. And it shows off the nice modeling and the nice lighting that the Remastered Collection has. And if you're playing this in 4K, it'll be even more amazing. Now you may be asking why am I not recording this in 4K? Reason. Because I don't have a 4K monitor. And also, another reason which may be less important.
Acknowledge.
Let's double click on all those guys, and now go after them.
Strike group, prepare for assault.
And I wasn't done with you.
Roger. Reporting.
There we go. And I can just follow in my hang focus. There we go, you guys got it. Actually, and fighters are not really the best camera units. Nice. The reason why I'm not, the second reason why I'm not recording this in 4K, if I were to have a 4K monitor, is simply because, well, I don't think I would have to. I don't think the Windows Movie Maker, which is how I render these videos, I don't think it would like that many pixels.
Formation trial complete. Flight analysis shows a 22% increase in combat performance.
Yes.
The next trial will test the effectiveness of tactics. Stand by to begin tactics trial. Use aggressive or evasive tactics and engage the target drones here.
Alright, those tactics are over here. And oh, by the way, these this shows you what you have selected. These are tactics. These are tactics too, but they're different. And then these are formations. Yeah, so you know what? Let's get these guys. Some of my more favorite formations are fighters,
New
which is
formation
X.
acknowledged.
Okay, now you see we can't zoom any further. So what we have to do is click on a unit
Roger.
and hit F. It could be better, but it works. It works. And remember, this game, Homeworld 1 came out in 1999. So yeah. How many other RTS games from 1999 allowed you to zoom in this far? Just saying. I almost hit the win this button. But that's just my fault. Alright.
Moving to destination.
I use... Be aggressive.
Show no mercy.
Yep. And actually, this map is very forgiving.
Group 2
Wherever you look
reports
at,
enemy contact.
you can hit spacebar and come out of it. Where's your friends?
Copy.
Oops, I thought I had them all selected. All right. Let me go.
Strike group coordinates locked in.
I have fun with them.
Group 2 under attack.
Strike group moves.
And
in
actually,
position. Strike
the
group
AI
analysis.
are really good at telling you who's under attack by what. Because if you would notice, there are no mini maps. So figuring out who's under fire is kind of difficult unless you look at this. And even then, you might not be able to tell, and you might not be able to tell who's under fire by what. So basically, when an enemy gets destroyed, they say, "Oh, by the way, Group 2 killed dispatched enemy. Oh, by the way, Group 2 is under fire. Oh, by the way, Group 2 has been destroyed." I love that. That's amazing. More games need that. I mean, it kind of reminds me of the Halo Wars system, because the Halo Wars and AI is actually not bad either. I mean, although the Halo Wars AI likes to cheat by telling you, oh, by the way, they're preparing to attack. But it works for Halo Wars.
Group 2 has defeated the enemy.
Yep, see, there's, oh, by the way, we killed something. Alright, what's next? Oh, by the way, let's save. Oh, by the way, if you hit escape, you just back out of menu, so don't hit, don't hit that. Okay, let's hit CP, there we go. Oh, yeah, if you hit, if you hit escape, you just back out of menu, so don't do that. Let's see, let's... Cutscene.
Tactics trial complete. The next trial will test the performance of the salvage corvette. Build one and capture the target drone here.
Alright.
Group 2 reporting.
Well, let's have Group 2 go back to the mothership.
Strike group coordinates locked in.
You need to build a salvage? Alright, let's about to show this off anyway. Okay, if you escape, that happens. And if you hit escape again on this screen, if you can hear it, it doesn't work. It takes some time getting used to always having to resort to hit that button every single time that you need to save, because this game did crash on me once when I was recording some player versus CPU. So I was just saving a lot for Homeworld 1 at least. For Homeworld 2, I will be very suspicious. Yeah. Okay, and let me go over what these are. These are your ship types. You have fighters, corvettes, frigates, dreadnoughts, resource, and other guys. I don't quite like this. It works, I suppose, but I wish there were labels instead of, I wish there were actually labels saying what they were instead of the World of Series-esque, symbols showing off which ship there is. But I guess if you get used to it, you get used to it. And plus, they don't use the symbols anywhere else, so I find that to be weird. Because if you notice...
Roger.
maybe they do use the symbols here. We'll see in a second once we build a salvage corvette.
Assembly underway.
Yeah, maybe they do use the symbols on... Oh, maybe they do, yeah. They probably do use symbols on different units. I'm just being dumb. Okay, never mind. But I still would like to see if that was a label. And if you want to see all of them, you can just click on this, and you can see all the classes. No problem. And you see these numbers next to the classes? These are how much it costs. These numbers are your population cap. Now, these are hard caps, but they're caps only for each class. So you can only have 70 fighters, 42 corvettes, 25 resource, and 25 non-combat ships. Which,
Salvage Corvette complete.
for how the game works, it works really well. It's a lot better than having, let's say, you can only build like 200 units. Instead, you can only build so much of each class, which works really well. Because, well, it just works really well. It's really nice. Alright, let's back out of that menu. Let's escape some more. There we go. New battle salvage Corvette. Yeah, see, it's
Roger.
X. I mean, see, it's square, so yeah, it makes sense. Okay, let's get over there.
Coordinates confirmed.
You can be... Nah, I'm not gonna be doing anything.
Standing by.
Have you guys go
Strike
there.
group moving into position.
Yeah, this is your tactical map where you can basically see everything that you can see. And everything you can see is represented by this blue orb here. As you can see. And this is your plane, then you got
Resource collector
ranger,
awaiting
and you got, what are these called? I completely forgot what you call these things over here. But the things that tell you which way you're pointing. Like, that's forward, that's backward, that's to the right, that's to the left, this is to the right. No, backwards. Left, right. There we go. I really can't remember what these are called. Huh. It's not a compass. It's not coordinates. It's, I don't know, where are you going?
Confirmed.
Did you capture that already? Alright, now we can use a magical map to look over here. Hit spacebar and we go exactly where we're looking. So there is no look around for where you're looking, where you're pointing towards like there is in Kerbal Space Program. Although that's not a very good comparison, but you get the job done. Alright, now let's go capture this ship. Yeah, that's what they do. They capture and put him back into the mothership. Interesting. Yeah, in the gameplay videos, and I only messed with scouts, interceptors, defenders, bombers, light corvettes, assault frigates, support frigates, iron cannon frigates, and destroyers, and that's it. And and a carrier. Those are the only ships I mess around with. So this is going to be a learning experience for me as well as you. And hopefully I didn't spoil any of the story to you by saying what ship types I have used. Well, I just say there are a lot of them in the game. And that was only for one faction. Alright. And look, they actually go inside the mothership. So imagine how big the mothership must be in order for it to fit ships where they can support like tens or even hundreds of crew. Oh, that's time, and we've been recording for 30 minutes. Are you going to say anything, or should I, actually,
Group 2 copies.
get over here. Not. Come on. Gotta move the camera like this. Get the cursor to the right place. There we go. Why can't you move? Okay, that was weird.
Strike group coordinates locked in. Acknowledged. Moving to destination.
Now let's check this. Oh, construct a research ship. You didn't tell me. Well, we'll do that in the next part. So thanks for watching. I do appreciate you guys watching this series. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I really hope you guys want to see more of it, because I will be pumping these out for the next week. I can assure you that. At least an hour, if not more. Well, not hour-long videos, but hour-long sessions. If not 2, okay, maybe not, okay, maybe 2 hours. So, and the more you like it, the more I'll be persuaded to do 2 hours, let's just say that. And you can show me how you like this video by watching it. If you really like it, and please tell your friends about it, so your friends can come and watch this video, and then you can show me that you guys like this video. Also, show you like by telling me in the comments that you want to see more of this series. Yeah. I'll also appreciate it if you were to leave any other comments, like what you like, what you didn't like about this video. Any suggestions for this series, like what ships I should build, especially for missions coming up, or any tips on how to play Homeworld 1 Remastered in general. If I know tips, to me in comments for people that did not know tip. And I guess, see you in a second.